Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to take you guys through a full day of eating today on my training day. Currently cardio has been upped to my cut. I can't speak. You know when you first wake up and you just cannot speak, or is it just me? But anyways, still fresh. Cardio has been bumped up to 6 times 30 minutes now. And I still have my 2 runs. So I did ask my coach, I was like, I want a bit of a challenge. I've got like 2.5 weeks left of this cut before I'm off to Bali for my photo shoot. And the reason why I wanted to do this dieting phase wasn't because I was like, oh, I'm not happy with my body. I was pretty comfortable, to be fair, but I also knew I could be better. I could be a little bit leaner. I could really push for something so that the photo shoot itself, or this trip to Bali, would be almost like a reward, or, you know, like a celebration towards from after hard work. And I think, you know, the challenge with the dieting phase, the discipline required, the time commitment, getting your cardio done, making sure you're on point with your food. It's a challenge I love because it builds so much, again, like discipline, willpower. And I'm a big believer that when you lean into discomfort, you grow, right? I know a lot of people look at dieting or like a fitness journey, it's like, oh, it's so tough. Like, if you do things correctly, it's not going to be like painful, but it is still going to challenge you, but in a good way. It's going to be like a positive challenge. And that's something I've always like leaned into. So that is the reason for this dieting phase. And that is also the reason why I was like to my coach, it's been too easy. I haven't had mornings where I'm like, oh crap, I've got cardio. I haven't had days where I've just been like really hungry. I know it sounds so sadistic, but I was like, let's give me a push. So he was like, do you think realistic right now, food or cardio would be easy if we do? And I was like, you know what, I wouldn't mind moving more. Like, I do enjoy moving. It's like the one time of the day where I'm not working. Like, as crazy that sounds, every waking minute at the moment I've just been working. So that 30 minutes is actually when I'm reading whilst on the bike. So I'm still like stimulating my mind, but it is time away from digitals because I don't have Wi-Fi down in my gym downstairs, which is nice. Anyways, I'm gonna go and get my run done this morning, and then also if I have time, get that cardio done. If not, because I'm meeting a friend for a meeting, I will get that done this evening after some calls. So take you guys through today as well. I'm gonna start off with some rice cakes before I head down, just because I don't want to train fasted or run fasted. It's not great for my hormones. It raises my cortisol. It just wreaks havoc with my menstrual cycle, and I've only recently just gotten it back since competing. So I'm gonna make sure I'm at least slightly fueled for this run, and then we will be back for breakfast. We have my little snack before I'm gonna go for my quick run. And then if I have time, I'm gonna get my 30 minutes of cardio in as well this morning. All right, so that's 30 minutes done, and now we're just gonna hop over to that machine for 5 times 400 intervals with a 90-second rest in between. So that should take me around 20-25 minutes, and then we'll be up for breakfast. Gonna clean myself up and get myself to the coffee shop for my friend. Alright, we are done, and I am a sweaty mess. Oh my gosh, like, but that feels so good, guys. Like, just getting in some movement. I tell this to all my clients, I sound like a broken record, but get some movement in first thing in the morning. It's gonna start your day off so well. If that means you have to get up like 30 minutes before, just do it. Like, I know it's gonna be painful in the morning, and you're like, I just wanna sleep in, I just wanna lie in. I get it, I felt the exact same way. I was like, I'm so tired, I'm so fatigued, I just need to sleep in. But the thing is though, like, what happens is, and you probably have experienced this, like, the more you sleep in, the more tired you get. Like, you sleep in for another 30 minutes and you get up and you're still groggy, so you might as well get up, go for a run, go for a walk, whatever it is, just move your body. Like, it doesn't have to be strenuous. Like, it can just be like a quick walk. 10 minutes, 15 minutes is enough to really just get your mental space and like mental like clarity in place for your day. It sets you up for success. You aren't waking up to a bombardment of like notifications, and you know, you're not waking up being like, I don't have time for breakfast, I need to rush out of the house. You get up with peace, go out for a walk, have some breakfast, and then start your day. Because look, like, if you start your day stressed and already behind, that is going to flow into the rest of your day, and you're going to constantly feel stressed and behind for the rest of your day. So biggest tip, like, if you want to set yourself up for success, to improve your productivity, your energy, your mental well-being as well, and your physical health, get some movement in first thing in the morning. Anyways, I'm going to head up, shower, make some breakfast, and yeah, let's have an amazing day ahead. We're redoing our pool out there, so we're going to get some so that is meal number 1 done. Oh my gosh, I am just obsessed with sourdough and avo and eggs. Like, there's nothing better than eggs on toast with avo in the morning. It gets me up in the morning, I kid you not. Every morning I'm like, let's get up, let's get the cardio done, because you have your eggs waiting for you. If you've been following me for a while, you know I'm a massive foodie, and you'll know that like my past breakfast that would get me up in the morning was my morning oats. Like, I would dream of them. For some reason, I'm kind of over that phase now. I never thought that would be something I'd say, because I love like sweet food. I have such a sweet tooth, but a savory breakfast has been really hitting the spot for over a year now. Anyways, I will pop the macros on the screen here. Gonna finish this up and then we're gonna get cracking with some work. Okay, so we are now getting my sports message done by Cam. Say hi.
Hi, guys.
Just getting my left hamstring done. It doesn't feel as bad as my right one. The worst is when he puts the cups on your legs and the IT band and he moves it around, and I really feel I'm gonna die.
All part of the process.
He's heard me laugh, cry so many times. So that was extremely painful, as you probably would have seen, but I do get that every single week from a recovery standpoint. But oh my gosh, the cups on my IT band, when you move it around, I honestly feel like it's weird, like my body literally goes in shock. I'm like shaking, it's so painful. Anyways, that's all done, so thank God. I'm just having my next meal now, so that's just a bowl of oats. So I've got 35 grams of oats somewhere in there. I've got 50 grams of banana, 10 grams of peanut butter, and 100 grams of berries. So absolutely love this meal. This is gonna be my second meal for the day. And then I'm gonna jump on pretty much back-to-back calls. I'm just moving this around. I'll obviously put the macros on the screen here for you. Back-to-back calls, got a few new girls joining, which is exciting. So I will catch you guys at my next meal. Hey guys, hello. It is a lot of hours later. It's 9 p.m. now, and I have not eaten since the oats that you saw at like, I think they were like 2 p.m. I can't remember. I just had back-to-back calls. We've had 3 ladies sign up, which is super exciting. So I'm just spending the night pretty much getting them set up with Izzy. So she's gonna be doing some calls with them as well, just to basically set out some goals. So everyone will have a call with me if they decide to join. I think that's really important because I wanna make sure that I get to know them. I wanna make sure they also know me and that they actually want to work with me as a team, but also just to make sure they're a good fit for the community as well, because we are a tight-knit community and I want to protect that. So it's important that we have the same values, and then they do get a call with Izzy as well. That literally just breaks down their whole plan. If they have any questions, we can go through it. We also set out their goals for like the first 90 days, just making sure we're breaking everything down so it's not overwhelming, because I know that for a lot of people, like the reason why they struggle on their fitness journey is because it becomes a bit overwhelming. They try to change way too many things at once. Oh, I'm just cooking some onions here. But they try to change way too many things at once, right? And it becomes really overwhelming. When you get overwhelmed, you pretty much end up doing nothing instead of doing everything that you wanted to do. So it really is about obviously helping our females create some habits in place without feeling overwhelmed. So that's what the call's for, just breaking down their first like 90 days and then setting like small goals in place. Anyways, I'm cooking dinner now because it's 9 p.m. and I'm starving. Honestly, this helps with a cut. When you're just super busy, you kind of just don't have time to eat. But no, I've just been stuck on calls, that's why. I also had a therapy session, so that was an hour after my call, and we just did a lot of work on why I always feel like I have to be productive. I am a very go person, but I've also recognized that because of that, I struggle to give myself time just to sit and think, to ask myself what I want, what like to pour back into me, besides obviously my training. So it's been really great just going to this like therapy work. It's allowed me to also understand myself better, and I think, you know, when you take care of yourself physically, why you're not doing so mentally, why you're not exploring perhaps reasons why you think in particular ways. Yeah, I'm all about that self-growth and development. So also a lot of like childhood stuff that I'm working on at the moment. So yeah, it's been a lot. Like I feel like I'm growing so much this year, as a person, as a business owner, as a coach. It's been incredible, but it's also just a lot. I feel like I don't even have like 1 second just to breathe, which is a goal of mine. I just want 1 second a day to breathe. Also why I still kind of cook, because, you know, I've had a lot of people say just like find a meal prep company, and yes, it would save me so much time. But cooking is also like one time in the day where I can't really be on my phone. I'm not actively working or typing away or communicating with someone. Well, I try to put my phone away, but I still sometimes am working whilst cooking, but then the food burns and I've learned my lesson. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm gonna cook dinner and I'll show you guys what it is, but it's gonna be like just literally a 5-minute thing. I put some broccoli in the pan. I'm gonna cook some capsicum. I've got my potatoes that I, thank God, meal prepped, like 4 batches of at the start of this week. And then I've just got cans of tuna, which I'm gonna heat up in the pan, and that's gonna be dinner. Alright guys, so dinner is made. So we have my tuna, so 150 grams of tuna. We have a piece of wrap. I can't speak English, guys. 200 grams of potatoes and my mixed veggies. And that literally took like 10 minutes to make. It just took me to fry up the vegetables and the tuna, which I could have just not heated, but I prefer like heated tuna rather than just canned tuna. Personal preference. But anyways, what I just wanted to say was like, look, like, if you live a really busy life, stressful life, and you know, you just don't have time to cook, I get it. But at the same time, like, it literally will only take sometimes 10 minutes max to prepare a balanced meal. Like, yeah, maybe it's not the most gourmet meal. I'm not here making like freaking, I don't know, a lasagna or like a bolognese, or even a bolognese can be really quick to make, but you get my point. Like, I'm not making a gourmet Michelin star restaurant meal, but I don't need that. Like, I just simply need to have my proteins, have some vegetables, macros that are gonna be good for me, carbohydrates, have a fat sauce. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put my tahini on this. So I always drizzle tahini on all my meals. That's like my go-to fat sauce. Really, really great fat sauce alongside like avocado, peanut butter, all those things, chocolate, dark chocolate. But I just wanna show like you can have balanced meals and not take forever to make them. Like, eating healthy shouldn't be overwhelming. It shouldn't take too long. So I hope that, you know, through these full days eatings, I cannot speak, guys, but through these full day of eatings and vlogs, I just want to like show you guys that you guys can nourish your body without having to, you know, order in or feel like you just have to not be able to reach your fitness goals, or, you know, actually take care of yourself if you're trying to prioritize your career or anything else in life. Like, obviously it makes it a lot harder. You do have to be more organized, and, you know, it's helpful having someone to help you there, but it is possible. But you just have to tell yourself that, you know, you're gonna make it happen. Like, if you tell yourself you're gonna make something happen and you're gonna commit to it, you will find a way to make it happen. Like, for me, a non-negotiable is my food, hitting my macros, hitting my fitness goals. I've got a photo shoot coming up. It's my goal right now to be cutting. I don't care that I'm up at right now 9:30 p.m. now, speaking to the camera, but 9:30 now, cooking a quick 10-minute meal. I could have easily said, I don't have time, I'm gonna continue working and I'm gonna order something, but that's not aligned with my goals. And I'd much rather spend just 10 minutes on myself, because I deserve it, to make a meal for myself, to hit my macros. So long story short, if you put your mind to something, you can achieve it. But too many of us aren't solution focused and we're problem oriented. We find a problem, we say, oh, too bad, I've got this problem in front of me. Instead of saying that, be like, you know what, I'm not gonna give up. What's the solution, right? Anyways, TED talk over. I'm gonna eat my dinner. Right guys, so last meal of the day is just some yogurt at the bottom there, with some protein powder, 100 grams of berries, 30 grams of banana, and then I've got 2 rice cakes. So these are the rice cakes. There's literally nothing in my cupboard besides these. Are really nice, by the way, these Anzac cookies. I absolutely love dark chocolate. Also the creamy one's really nice, but I find that the creamy one, I literally, if I have it, I'm gonna have the whole thing. So whilst I'm dieting, I'm just gonna keep dark chocolate around and keep everything else out of sight. I'm gonna have 2 of these, and that's gonna be me done for the night. These are really good, by the way. They're blueberry and vanilla rice cakes. They just have like a slight sort of like sweet coating on them. But yeah, I really don't have much in here. I have like nuts. I had the, I don't know why I kept these. These are the M&S salted caramels. If you guys followed me whilst I was bodybuilding, you know that I love the M&S salted caramel rice cakes. My friend bought me some from the UK, and I think I'm just saving this little like end bit to put over my cereal. That's still in there. Alright guys, so that wraps up the full day of eating. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all the meals I had today. I do eat fairly clean. I used to be someone who just craved so much sugar and indulgent foods, but that was when, you know, I had a very restrictive mindset around food, and obviously you want what you can't have. So biggest tip is, if you've been struggling with food, if you maybe look at my full day of eating, like, how is she eating so like just clean and proper foods? You know, like, it's just what I crave now, because I know it makes my body feel so good, and it just makes me perform well, it makes me function well at the gym, it makes my energy good as well, it makes my skin good as well. So it's taken a long time to get here. I used to literally binge on biscuits. Like, there's nothing wrong with biscuits, but like, you know, having say like 2-3 packs all in one sitting and eating till you're sick probably isn't the best idea, you know. So it is about just removing those restrictions and just kind of reminding yourself that food is always going to be there, and there's also nothing off limits, but just trying to always opt for the foods that you know are actually going to be really good for your soul and for your body. From a health perspective, it's going to nourish you. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. I'll pop the full macros up here. I'm going to pop myself to bed because it's almost 11 p.m. and I'm really trying to make sure I'm getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Really important for your energy, productivity, mental health, physical health, recovery. Also from a fat loss perspective, which is currently the phase I'm in, managing, you know, your cravings and your hunger, getting that sleep in is important. So it's a bit late for me now, but it's been just a very hectic few weeks in terms of a lot of amazing, incredible ladies joining. So yeah, and then obviously the Bali retreat coming up for my clients and the photo shoot, and then obviously my own training. It's just been a lot. I don't think I've had time to breathe, but I love this anyways. But yeah, make sure you like this video if you've enjoyed this, and subscribe if you're new here. I will be uploading every week, so I'll see you guys next week. And if you haven't joined the Instagram family, that's cz.fit, would absolutely love to have you there. I usually post a lot of like full days of eating, training videos over on the Instagram. Otherwise, I'm gonna love and leave you guys here. Good night, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.